For the next 6 years of my life, I had an eating disorder. I struggled with bulimia for so long.
Not every celeb is born a star, but the ones we're talking about today had to go through hell to get to where they are today. From severe crippling disorders to dealing with broken families and anxiety, these are the Hallmark actors who have had rough childhoods. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Gabby with Binge now. We're starting off with an actor who worked extra time at a restaurant in order to just make ends meet. We're talking about Brennan Elliott. We've been watching Brennan Elliott be a romantic lead for years, but in real life, he only has eyes for his wife, Cami Elliott. He is best recognized for his role as Dr. Nick Biancavilla in the Lifetime Network's popular medical drama, Strong Medicine.
Why don't you come back tomorrow? I'll show you around then, okay? Promise.
The actor who walked down the aisle in 2011 shares 2 kids with a psychologist. While the couple refrains from sharing too many details about their son and daughter, Elliott has gushed about his spouse in the past. Talking about his wedding in an interview on Home and Family, he said,
"We made it very clear that we wanted it not to get out of control because we all have colleagues and friends that are sort of friends, but don't see them as often. So we made it just family and very, very, very close personal friends, and we had a very small, as that picture indicated, a very small, intimate wedding."
So is there something more to their closeness? Perhaps some sort of insecurity, or is Elliott just a family man? To understand this, let's take a look at his childhood. His father, who had Irish origins, was a bank manager and his mother worked at a finance company. Sadly, Elliott had to witness his parents' messy split up while he was still very young. Thereafter, young Elliott was raised by his parental grandmother, and life was not easy. Like most newcomers to the film industry, Elliott had to struggle his way to stardom. The talented actor would often work in a restaurant to fend for himself. Soon enough, thanks to his hard work, he was able to earn through his acting career.
Well, we can't fail tradition entirely.
Did you know Elliott also loves tennis? The father of 2 who currently resides with his family in Toronto, Canada, loves to travel in his leisure time. Sadly, Elliott made a heartbreaking announcement about his wife. At the Christmas con in Pasadena, California, Elliott told people that his wife was suffering from cancer and has had over 16 chemos in the last 2 years. He said, "She's a warrior." Moving on to an actor who suffered a very crippling disorder that left him wearing leg braces all day and night for 4 long years. We're talking about Cameron Matheson. Cameron Matheson is known for being authentic with his social media followers. In one such heart-to-heart conversation, the Hallmark star opened up again on the occasion of Rare Disease Day. He made a heart-wrenching revelation to his followers that as a child, he had a severe disease that impaired him for years. In an Instagram post, Matheson revealed that he had leg-calf Perth's disease, which required him to wear leg braces 24/7 for 4 long, grueling years. Along with his post, he shared photos of himself as a child wearing restrictive leg braces. He wrote, "In honor of Rare Disease Day, I'm posting about the rare degenerative bone disease I had as a child, leg-calf Perth's disease. I was diagnosed at 2 years old and wore this leg brace night and day for 4 years to allow my femur bones to harden and support my body." When someone asked if he had to do physical therapy after the braces came off, Matheson replied, "For years, yes." He added that the treatment standard has changed quite a bit since he was a child, but science still has a long way to go. But wait, another disastrous diagnosis struck the actor in 2019. In one of the interviews, Matheson spoke about his struggles with cancer.
It's funny, I've told the story so many times, but the tough part is kind of going back there mentally and remembering what that felt like.
The actor has since undergone surgery and treatment for his cancer and has overcome the disease as a bold survivor.
And so I'm a cancer survivor. I got to own it. It's like I definitely have to own it and be proud of it.
While Matheson had a life-threatening sickness, the next star struggled with an emotional breakdown that left her torn for over half a decade. We're talking about the Spy Kids star Alexa Penavega. Penavega opened up about her struggle with bulimia after her elimination from Dancing with the Stars. At the time, she may have left the ballroom, but she left a lasting impression. So here's what happened.
It was binging and purging. And it got so bad, guys. I mean, I wasn't hanging out with people.
The Spy Kids star was sent home on her best night of the competition, earning 2 perfect scores. But it was her first performance, an emotional dance set to Make It Rain, which represented a battle she's kept secret from the public for a long time. A 6-year struggle with an eating disorder. Yes, Penavega had a severe eating disorder. She opened up about it further and said,
"An all-day thing where I would cook, I would eat, and I would purge. I would cook, I would eat, and I would purge, and it's disgusting to look back."
During the package before her performance, Alexa told her partner Mark Ballas a story about working on a film when she was younger, where the producers kept telling her, "You're too fat."
The producers kept telling me, like, you're too fat.
That experience led the young girl to develop an eating disorder that lasted the next 6 years.
For the next 6 years of my life, I had an eating disorder.
It was an honest and emotional moment, one that truly highlighted what makes Dancing with the Stars so special, and why Penavega wanted to do the show.
I struggled with bulimia for so long. And even though I got through it, I feel like a lot of my insecurities still with my body are from that.
Mark, the choreographer of the routine in which represented Penavega's eating disorder by attempting to pull her back, said the experience was incredible. I think with issues like that, people usually don't like to address them. With issues like that, you have to be bold, you have to have courage, and you have to put it out there. As long as we can help one person, that's all that matters. Tonight's dance was bigger than the show. It was about a bigger message to help people and to inspire, and we cannot agree more. The next actor we're talking about has a chiseled body to die for, but did you know this handsome hunk struggled with body image issues? It seems unbelievable, but it is true. Fans of the hit Netflix show You Are Done Waiting, the highly anticipated season 3 is now streaming with an intriguing new character played by the actor Travis Van Winkle.
I want to show you what I set up in the bedroom.
And I'm officially terrified.
Van Winkle set out to add 10 pounds of muscle to thoroughly embody the role, and the results speak for themselves. Take a look at his gymming routine in his garage.
This isn't a fancy gym, but it has everything I need to get the job done.
How often do you work out?
I probably work out like 5 days a week.
The actor says that as a youngster, his approach to fitness wasn't scientific in any way, and this led to water weight. At the age of 8, the actor moved to Georgia from where he wanted to do his graduation, but left as he wanted to pursue a career in the field of acting. But the only thing that held him back was his self-confidence and his problem with his weight. It came to a point where things were so bad mentally and physically, so Van Winkle worked on it. In order to get a fit physique at a young age, Van Winkle took to yoga, so much so that 10 years ago he invested in a new studio. In an interview, he said that he aims to get the same amount of protein but reduced his fat intake by half and doubled his carb intake. "I'd have cake, donuts, burgers, pizza, load up on carbs," says Van Winkle. "It helped with gaining lean muscle and mass in those particular body parts I would hit during my workouts on Monday and Tuesday." Well, it seems that he's figured it out, for his looks speak for themselves. We just hope he's healthy.
Beloved ornament collection with which you so wholeheartedly celebrate the holidays.
No, thank you, Mrs. Claus. I'm good.
Up next is our very own good witch, Catherine Bell. But as fate has it, everything was not always so good with Bell in the beginning. The British-born Iranian-American actress and producer who shot to fame for her role as Lieutenant Sarah McKenzie in the television series Jag between 1997 to 2005 had a pretty rough childhood.
Maybe then you'd find your manhood, Sadiq. You wouldn't be afraid of this body. You could use me and throw me away.
Broken families affect children the most, and when you're a toddler, the magnitude of its full effects, it is much bigger. Belle's parents divorced when she was just 2 years old. She was raised by her Iranian mother and grandparents, with the family eventually moving to California's San Fernando Valley. Belle was exposed to diverse influences growing up. In her teenage years, Belle came under the influence of her California surroundings. She explained, "I am definitely a valley girl. I was a tomboy. I liked to skateboard, play football, and push the envelope a little bit." Belle enrolled at UCLA, where she considered a career in medicine or research. However, when she was offered a modeling job in Japan, where advertisers value American beauty, and so she dropped out during her sophomore year. Talking about her struggling days, she said,
I did different jobs to support myself as I went along.
What kind of stuff?
Well, I wasn't a very good waitress. I spilled tea on a big director.
Did you know that Belle also was a massage therapist? So you can say she does have some tricks to relieve pain and stress. Apart from this, she is also fond of motorcycling, skiing, snowboarding, and kickboxing. Well, the last entry for today may come as a surprise for many, considering how popular she is. Our very own Candace Cameron Bure had a serious issue that plagued her in the formative years of her career. Bure struggled with bulimia about 20 years ago. In an interview, she said,
"Again, it's like being on a runaway train here going, I want to get off, I don't know how to get off." But you don't know how to do it.
Bure, now 40, says her destructive relationship with food caught her completely off guard.
It was a whole different part of my life, and I didn't
know how to find my identity within that, and I had turned to food for comfort, and I did become bulimic.
She regained her control through recovery and has since become a recovery ambassador for the Eating Recovery Center, in an international center that provides comprehensive eating disorder treatment for adults, adolescents, and children. Who knew, right? Stardom does not have its own perks, and sometimes it has many problems too. Well, that's it for today, guys. Do you know of any other actors who had a rough childhood growing up? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you liked today's video, don't forget to share some love by our channel by giving it a like, share, and do subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching. Until next time.